What's up, guys? Mark back here with yet another video, and today I want to talk about a little rig I've put together that I think is going to come in extremely handy for a lot of vloggers out there. So, as most of you are well aware, I'm sure, sometimes vlogging is not always an ideal situation, and sometimes you want to carry everything that you have with you in order to make the vlog look as good as possible. Well, I've tried to come up with something that was going to be very useful, very handy, very small, very light, very compact, that will suit all of those needs and still get the job done. So if you guys are ready to check this thing out, let's get started. This is what we're going to be building today. Now, at first glance, I know that it looks a bit wonky, but there is a reason for everything here, and there is no fat on this rig whatsoever. But if you have any questions, leave those down in the comment section below. But first, let's get started with our materials. So the first item on the list is the Godox LED 64. Now, this thing is perfect for this type of application because it does have a lot of light output, but it is really small, and it also only uses 4 AA batteries, which are completely common. You don't need any sort of special battery types or anything like that, and it's easily lightweight enough that it will sit perfectly on top of the rig. Next up, we're going to use one of those 7-inch friction magic arms to attach the light on top of the rig. Next, we're going to need a couple of audio patch cables. One specifically is made by Rode. It's called the SC7. Next, as far as the rig is concerned, I'm using the B-Script Pro because I'm setting this up mainly for a phone rig. But you can easily use something from other companies if you want to use an actual camera. The microphone of choice for me in this particular setup is going to be the Rode Video Micro. Perfectly suited for this type of setup. Next up is going to be stabilization, and for me it's going to be the Joby GorillaPod Focus with X ball head. For me, it's one of the best, absolute most stable, flexible tripods on the market today, so that's what I'm going with. Next up, I'm going to be using a short 13-inch gooseneck with a couple of adapters so that I can accommodate both the Rode Video Micro and be able to attach it to the rig. And last but not least, the phone of your choice. So first of all, the thing that makes all this possible is the fact that a rig has multiple attachment points. In this case, we have 5 different quarter-20 taps on the B-Script Pro. 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and it also has a cold shoe up top, so it makes adding other things onto your system so much easier. So step 1, I'm going to go ahead and attach the plate to the bottom of the B-Script Pro so we can get it attached to the Joby GorillaPod. We want stabilization first. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and put my phone inside the B-Script and get the lens lined up with the lens hole. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gooseneck and I'm going to attach the 2 adapters that I bought for it, and that way I can have a 3/8 tap on one end and the quarter 20 tap on the other end. The 3/8 is specific to the Rode Video Micro. It has a 3/8 tap on the bottom of it, and then the quarter 20 will screw directly into the B-Script Pro. So with all that done, I'm going to go ahead and start attaching stuff to my rig. The gooseneck and the magic arm screw directly into the top 2 quarter 20 taps, and we should get something that looks a bit like this. Next up, we got to screw that microphone magic onto the other end of that gooseneck. And of course, we've also got to attach the audio patch cable into one end of the Rode Video Micro, and then we got to set it up on the other end. This is where that special patch cable from Rode comes in. On the black end, you've got a TRS connection that does regular audio, and then on the gray end, you've got TRRS connections. So it's got the 3 rings on it, and you need that in order to go into the bottom of your phone. A regular patch cable with just 2 rings is just not going to work. And when it's all said and done, this is what it ought to look like. You've now got a light, an arm, a microphone, a gooseneck, your rig, your phone, your tripod, and the patch cables to make it all work. So just as a quick example, I've turned off all the lights in here except for the one single Godox light that's up on top. I don't know exactly what the full power output of the light is, but for a lot of people vlogging in any kind of condition, especially in maybe like a poorly lit room, or, you know, maybe just like me in complete and total darkness, this thing is really, really awesome for all of those types of situations. Not to mention that having the microphone pulled in closer instead of directly on top of the camera or phone or whatever you happen to be using, and having the shotgun mic pointing towards one's mouth, like, you're going to get better lighting, you're going to get better sound, you're going to get better video quality, despite having a lot of limitations. And again, we're keeping this whole thing small. We're keeping it extremely small so that you can fit it into just about any bag. So whether you're in your office, your living room, your generally echoey kitchen, or the great outdoors, it's not going to matter, because you're always going to have a good lighting source and you're always going to have a really good sound source. And that makes all the difference in the world when you're trying to create content for the web. So there you guys go. There you have it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, share, and comment. At any rate, I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace.